If you are ready for some deep cleaning motivation as well as decluttering, organizing, some decorating, and just some good time to chat with a friend, you have come to the right place. I am so glad you're here today. We are going to get so much done. So let's get started. Hello, my friends. I am so glad you are here today. We are going to be getting a lot of stuff done today. I'm going to start off in the kitchen. I want to get the refrigerator cleaned out. I need to pull everything out, see what's expired, and kind of start fresh. We just have a lot of things to get done today, so we are going to have some cleaning motivation, some decluttering, just some homemaking motivation today. And I am so glad that you are here today. If you're new, I'd love for you to hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to like this video, and let's get started. So right away, I am sharing some of the spring refreshes I am doing in my bedroom and in my bathroom. So I am in my home decorating era right now, and I am going through my home and sprucing up each and every room, each space in my house to make it perfectly mine, my style, my decor, the things that I love, the things that bring me joy. And I've talked about that a lot over here, just talking about you need to make your house a home for you and no one else. But we're also doing things on a serious budget. I have been shopping at Walmart.com for 99% of my items, and they have had the most beautiful pieces. The waffle knit microfiber blanket right here is from my Texas house, and she has the most beautiful things. Now, I lean towards her decor a lot, and it is on Walmart.com, and you can see so many beautiful pieces that she has. They have perfectly curated spaces that you're able to go in there and shop for each piece. Whether you have a farmhouse style, boho, I mean, anything that you like is on there, and you're able to shop right on Walmart.com from your desktop or your phone, anywhere that is convenient for you, and you can have your items delivered to you very, very, very quickly, and that is a huge bonus. So I also got this beautiful hobnail lamp, and it is so beautifully made. The aged brass on there and the texture are just divine. I'm really into florals right now and watercolors, and this print here I also got. This is actually going to go in my living room. So some of the pieces I got are for other spaces in the house because we are taking over this entire house. We're also doing the back patio right now. So I got these planters that are very light and beautiful. And I like that I'm also able to do faux or real florals in here. It is such a statement piece, but not too overdone, and that is what I'm going for. So on Walmart.com, you can find everything that you need to make your house a home, each and every room in every decor style. So I want to encourage you guys to go on there, check out some of the items that they have. Now, if you see anything in today's video that just sparks your interest, I will have all the links in my description box. Feel free to check them out there. Also, in other videos, I have been adding so many pieces from Walmart.com. So everything will be right at your fingertips and affordable and get to your home so quick. So this portion is sponsored by Walmart, and it is a huge honor and a huge I can't even tell you, and I'm just so thankful for the opportunity. Again, all of the links will be in my description box, and thank you, Walmart, so much for partnering with me today. We're going to continue on and empty out this refrigerator because, like I said previously, it needs to be done. I don't know the last time that I cleaned it out, so I just needed to take inventory of all of my items in here. I'm going to pull every single thing out, put it on the counter so I can take a look at everything right there and sort through the things that I want, do not want, expired, etc. This is not the time to start feeling bad or beating yourself up about some of your purchases. We can deal with that later. This is the time to first get rid of anything that's expired. That's easy. Next, get rid of the things that you didn't like, but you held on to it because you spent money. Let it go. It's taking up too much space. And then it's after everything is sorted, this is your opportunity to really get in there and give it a really good deep clean. Good old-fashioned warm water or hot water, a rag and some soap. does wonders. I also like to fill up my sink with super hot water and some soap and put any of the removable components in here to do a good soaking while I continue sorting things out. Like I had mentioned, this is not the time to start feeling bad about the things that you've purchased or start beating yourself up about, not eating this or not keeping that or this went bad. This is not that time. You can definitely make inventory of the things that you like or do not like and then choose not to purchase those things again. But it is okay to just throw things away that you don't want to keep. No one is judging you. Just get rid of it and then just make a mental note for the future that you won't repurchase it. So this is something that I had sitting in the back in my mind. I'm like, I'm definitely going to use that. And guess what? I never did. And I started to feel like annoyed with myself because if you and I both know, we both know how inflated groceries are right now. So I was really struggling with this whole process because I felt like I had to throw a lot away. But then I realized by just decluttering and organizing this space, it will actually help me save money in the long run to not purchase things twice, to not get things that we no longer need. I'm going to continue to clean all of this off, also using my razor knife for anything that is really stuck on there. I say this in almost every video, but you do not need super fancy things to get a good deep clean. Hot water, a rag of any sort, and then some soap, and it will work wonders. I'm telling you, your sweat equity is more valuable than any of the expensive stuff you can buy, in my opinion. So I just found this caked on stuff here. I don't even know what it is, but just this warm rag was able to get it right up. Now I did use the Dawn spray wash, but that was just to have a surfactant in there to kind of break things down. Really, you don't need to go all overboard when doing this type of stuff. A little tip, if you don't want to bother with having to scrub things down and you want to protect the bottom of these containers, the shelves, and your refrigerator, also the drawers, you can use a shelf liner. It works beautifully in here. Contact paper works great as well. And Walmart actually does sell some really great contact paper and shelf liner that you can put right here in the refrigerator, cut it to size, and that way if anything spills, you can pull it right out and just dispose of it. One thing that I knew I needed to do was kind of reconfigure this refrigerator. It was not working for us the way it was. This is a counter depth fridge, so it does not get very deep in there. You can't put a whole pizza box or anything, but with the way the existing cabinets were, we knew we weren't able to have something sticking out way too far, so this is what we chose, and it does work great. We just have to be really creative with some of our space. So this was my opportunity to move the shelves around and make sure it worked better for larger like milk cartons and jugs and things like that. I have mentioned it so many times before, and I just really want to stress the importance that although this may be a longer video and you may think like, I just don't have time for this, let me assure you, if you just put some time in the beginning, you will save a lot of time in the end. So if you keep your on top of wiping down the fridge, taking things out that are expired, putting food away, putting in storage containers, it really will save you so much time. I promise you. Give it 1 month, give it a week, and you will see how much time you'll actually save. So I'm going to take the fruit that we have. I did not do any grocery shopping, so I'm not restocking right now. And I'm going to wash all the fruit that we have and put it in these refrigerator containers just for easy access. I think we all can attest that if food is easily accessible, we're more likely to eat it, especially fruits and vegetables.
Keep watching you when you leave. Something new. Keep hoping you feel this too. Holding on and on and on and on. Hoping I can get to know you better. Living in sweet suburbia. Some fun is all we want. Two kids come alive in a night rush. I'll be the girl next door. You be my summer crush. Yeah, I think you should come and pick me up. 'Cause nothing feels as good as summer love.
Okay, so here's the aftermath of all of the stuff that now I need to clean, but I only did the refrigerator first because doing them both was kind of like too much at the moment. So I started small, I started here, and I did it from start to finish. Yay me. Now, before I even tackle the kitchen and all of the other stuff, I'm gonna do the freezer, and we're gonna get that done. And then I'll have 2 tasks tackled. 2 tasks tackled. Yes. We do not have a lot of space in this freezer, so we also have a deep freezer in the garage, as well as a whole other refrigerator out there, the one that was actually previously here before we got this one. So that's out there. We don't use the deep freezer very often. I actually do need to clean that out eventually, but the other one we do use quite a bit. So we don't try to store a ton in here just because space is super limited. Again, this was a counter depth fridge, so you don't get a lot of space, but listen, it still works for us just fine. The biggest thing is pizza boxes, because I have so many kids and a lot of boys, and they like pizza, and I have just finally succumbed to the part of parenting where I am trying to get them to eat other things. Like, I will serve other things, and if they eat it, great. If they don't, fine. I'm not going to worry about it. He used to stress me out so much. So if they want to eat a pizza, just eat a pizza. I have to remember that I basically was growing up on fried chicken and KFC and chicken nuggets from McDonald's, and I don't know, I turned out just fine. I am just using an all-purpose cleaner right here. I cannot honestly remember what's in here. I think it's the Thieves cleaner, but just something super simple. Like I said, prior. You don't have to go crazy with the cleaners and don't spend a lot of money. Soap and water works great. I will always just kind of continue to say that because I want us to know that you do not have to go and buy anything to get your house spick and span. You do not. You do not. I want you to say it with me. I do not need to go and buy anything fancy or expensive stuff to clean my house. You do not need to buy anything to get rid of, declutter and to get rid of trash and to get rid of things that you don't need. You do not. You just have to be determined and you have to do it. And even if you don't have the motivation to do a large project, do a small project. Do a small drawer. Do the entryway. Do one cabinet, one drawer, one closet. Little steps, okay? You don't need to come in here and completely Marie Kondo the entire house, which she's amazing and I love that, but you don't have to do that, especially if you are just getting started and if you have limited time. Just do your best little by little and you will get it done. I took the garbage bag out to be able to fill it back up. I just didn't want it to be in here. I like to hang it on one of the cabinets so I can get full capacity. But while the bag was out, I noticed I needed to go ahead and vacuum this out just a little bit. They're pretty much newer. We got them when we got the cabinets and they're not dirty, but they just needed to be vacuumed. It is now the evening time and I'm going to set this clock up. We don't have one in our kitchen that we're able to see, so I'm going to put this right here and it seamlessly blends into the kitchen. I love the minimal look to it, although I'm not very minimal. We've talked about this, I'm not a minimalist, but I also don't like a lot of like busyness, so this was perfect. This was one of the other items that I did get from Walmart. Here is an overview of what the house looks like in the evening. Now, I have shared my evening routine before, and it really can be so life-changing. And let me just tell you why. I do not come in here because, I have an abundance of energy in the evening. I simply will come in here and tackle this routine because I do not want to deal with it tomorrow, the next day. So I am doing this as a little treat to myself. You have to force yourself to do it until you understand that there is such a reward of waking up the next morning and you don't have to look at things on the countertop or dishes in the sink. Now I sped this up 20 times. That's right, 20 times, because the actual routine itself took 20 minutes. And I kid you not, if you can just dedicate 20 minutes and zoom through here, this is not time to be perfect. It's just time to put things away, get it tidy, and get it acceptable. So in the morning when you come out here to either make breakfast for yourself or your children, have a cup of coffee, you are not looking at last night's dinner. It is such a gift to yourself. I want to just tell you, you've got to create some sort of routine. The next thing I will do is come into Emma's room because it is the evening time. Chris and I like to tag team. He will either give her a bath and I do the dishes, or he's doing whatever for her and then I'll be in her room. If he's putting her to bed this night, I like to clean up the room. If I'm putting her to bed, he will tidy up the room. But this evening we had a ton of laundry to do, so I am zooming through here. Now, this is also sped up 20 times because I know the first routine, it took 20 minutes. This one actually took a lot less, but I just came in here, tackled it because I want her to be able to come in here tomorrow and it's clean. But not only that, and I've said this so many times on my channel before, kids sleep better in a clean room. We will sleep better in a clean and tidy room. So go ahead and do this. Just put things away, put your laundry away. You will take your to-do list for the next day, you will take it down quite a bit because you won't have to worry about it tomorrow, and you really do sleep so much better in a clean environment. So our neighbors across the street were so kind and gave her this Elsa castle right here, as well as this horse that she can play on. And she comes in here and loves playing with it. It has the little miniature Frozen characters and furniture, so I like to set it up completely as if she's coming in here right away, because in the morning after breakfast and after we kind of wake up for a minute, she'll go and find a dress in her closet and she comes right to this area, which is so cute. I have enjoyed having a little girl around because I have missed it so much with Isabella. I love my boys and I love all the fun things we got to do together, but I have missed being able to play with dolls and things like that. So it's been a sweet just a sweet time. I enjoy all the stages of the kids, but it's been fun to do this too.
This time was so hard to find. Stay, stay, stay. I'll stay, at least for now.
I'm gonna show you this. And usually I don't talk when I do these types of things, but let's just take a little real moment. I came in here to do like a little before shot. Y'all. If you ever think I got my stuff put together, I just want you to know that I'm doing my best, okay? Aren't we all? Aren't we all just doing our best? I had to cut Noah's hair yesterday, and I try to get ready. I've been getting ready every single day just because it makes me feel better as like a person, especially when I feel like I'm getting in like a low mood or something. But y'all, let's take a moment to look at my closet. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness, it's so bad. And Chris's is as well. We've got a closet system outside. And so, okay, so what is even happening? So what we're gonna do today is clean all of this off, clean the floors up. I'm gonna spray some mold armor in there. And then I need to get a new rug down. Hi. So we have this little rug down here, but I actually have something else that I got from Walmart that I like, and this is really cool because you just step on it and it absorbs the water. But this bathroom has a lot of work that needs to be done, and I just want to make better use of the area. Also right here, this is always cluttered. I did get some things to organize in here because it's just, we really have limited space. So all of the decluttering and organizing content that I share, I will actually mash it up into one big video. But yeah, we've got a lot to get done. Let's just take a moment and look at all the sweet little fingerprints. Can you even see them? All the sweet fingerprints. All, like, this is all makeup right here from Emma. Mounds of clothes. Yeah, this is it. This is... I mean, but I'll say this, when my bathroom and my bedroom are clean, I feel like I am already winning. Truthfully, when my bed's made, I'm already winning. Now, I have not made my bed yet because I actually need to take everything off and wash it. I've already got some stuff in the wash, but I've been really wanting to make my bedroom feel a little more put together because I keep finding myself wanting to lay back in it. That is why having your bed made is so beneficial. I also leave this on here because the cat likes to lay on it. It's actually just washed. But my mom gave me this and I absolutely love it. But, yeah, this is just a personal thing. I mean, you guys can try it if you want to. But I have just found that everybody wants to lay back in my bed. My kids, Emma, everybody. But when it's put together, the pillows are on there and it's looking nice, I find myself very less likely to lay back in it. And I'm talking like even just scroll on my phone or check emails, I'll sit on my bed. Usually it's made, but I don't want to do that anymore. I actually want to close my door and I want to stay out of my room altogether all day. So I'm really going to take some initiative and make it look super put together, super, I don't know, it's just going to look super put together because when it's not, I'm going to get back in there. So I'm also going to put some mirrors right here to kind of help. When you have a smaller room, it helps to have mirrors on the wall. It instantly makes the area look bigger. And then I've been needing a lamp. So I have a couple of lamps that I'm going to actually put in here as well. And then some flowers because I am so thankful that Pretty has come back. You notice? People are getting back into the colors and the pretty and the flowers and the florals and the stripes and the patterns, and I'm so here for it. Some of the bedding is still in the wash, like the pillowcases, so I'm going to clean off the dresser here. Something as simple as just cleaning this completely off. Any tabletop, whether it's countertop or dresser, nightstand, bathroom countertop, just taking everything off of there and cleaning it up real good can make the room feel so much larger. So we have a probably normal size bedroom. Compared to our last house, it is obviously much smaller, but I believe newer homes have abnormally large master bedrooms, and I will say that I do miss it because our furniture is kind of bulky in my opinion, so I do miss having that space. And for some reason, which I absolutely love, our kids always come into our bedroom in the evening and just hang out, which, like I said, I love it, but it gets really tight in here very quick. So I have had to be creative with this new room. Chris and I have contemplated possibly selling the king and getting a queen and getting smaller nightstands. I don't know. We're playing around with ideas just because, again, it's not, I don't know. We're working with it. I don't want to come on here and say it's tiny and someone say, you don't know what tiny is, because I'll get that for sure. And that's okay. You have to remember it's relative to me. But yeah, I want to try to figure out how to make this room feel larger and more open. That's why I've kept it really light and bright. But when I feel like I'm kind of like the walls are closing in on me, I definitely take inventory of what is on top of the dresser and the nightstands. Is there clothes sitting around? Is the bed made? And if you can just like make your bed and clean off your countertops in here, the dresser and the nightstand, you'll be amazed of just how much better it feels, how much more open it feels. Especially if you live in older homes, master bedrooms are not very spacious, and so you got to get creative with the space that you have. And so that is what we are trying to do in here. I'm not sure which way we're going to go. I've actually thought about painting the walls again, but we'll see. It's going to be a work in progress. But the things that I got in here were to really brighten it up just a little bit more.
Falling carefree from my worries. Swear that happy is growing on trees. Chasing cheap thrills, out for the kill. Leaving gold footsteps around me. Colors and lines make me tie-dye. Higher than heaven, I'm in the sky. Call me top shelf.
I've been on the fence on whether or not I wanted to actually repaint this room. I do love the blue, but I think I might want something a little more neutral, no main color. I love the drift of mist that we have in the house right now. That's my favorite so far because it goes with everything, but I love that the crisp white baseboards really pop against it, and it kind of changes from a warm to cool depending on the light. So that's Sherwin-Williams, by the way. I have really enjoyed using the Benjamin Moore paint. I think that stuff is incredible, so incredibly good, and that's what we used in here. I do know that from here on out we'll have to prime the walls before painting. Generally we just buy the primer within the paint, but I am noticing, especially in the bathrooms, that the paint is just peeling off. And when I kind of started researching it a little bit, a lot of people were saying that you really should just prime those walls. So gonna do a good prime and then figure out what color I want to do in here. Right now it looks very white, like a cool white. It's actually called Lily White from Benjamin Moore, and it's really, really pretty. But again, I think I might want to go with something more neutral like Drift of Mist. Even Alabaster from Sherwin-Williams is a really beautiful color as well. It's like a warm white.
Can't help the way I light up every time I strike like lightning in my lungs. Can't fight it.
Now I'm going to tackle the top of the countertops in the bathroom. We always have things just on top of here, and I don't know how to just stop. It collects so much stuff, and we all know that clutter attracts clutter, but in here it seems so overwhelming. So I've got maybe a creative way to start organizing all of this. I want to do this entire bathroom over. I'm also going to do the closet. I'm going to get rid of so much more stuff. Everything, and every time I declutter, I hold on to something thinking maybe I'm going to use it. And then when a couple months come around and I realize I have not used it, or maybe I did use it and I no longer like it or want it, those are the things that go. I am really anxious to do this bathroom. I've kind of put it on the back burner because there's other things I wanted to do, but I'm thinking probably next video it's going to be a massive declutter. I even went to my sister-in-law's house in January and decluttered one of her rooms, so I might add that to that video, or I'll just go back over there and do more rooms. She lives about 45 minutes away, so it's not easy just to hop over there real quick, but with the warm weather coming back and kids are at home more and I'm just in the house a lot because we're home, and my kids aren't the type of kids, only one that wants to like go out and do something. The rest of them, they want to just like veg out at home, which I totally get. But we're here, and with everybody in everything, I feel like more stuff is kind of like coming up, and I'm sitting on the countertops and hanging out in their closets, and it's time to just completely get rid of all of that stuff. A few clips ago, I was showing you what I got out of the drain. It is just a ton of hair and toothpaste and all the things. If you notice that you have cleaned your bathroom thoroughly and the baseboards, the toilet all over, the sinks under the basin, all of that, and there's still something just not right in there, there's maybe an odor or just, I don't know, it just doesn't smell as fresh as you expected, I want you to look into your drains. There can be a hidden spot with a lot of odors. Sometimes the gases can come back up, but if you've got a lot of hair and gunk in there, it holds on to odors, as nasty as that sounds. And I think that the drain is something that we often forget about. I have been so aware of the drain since moving into this house. I noticed, this is an awful story, but I have to tell y'all. I had noticed one day when I was taking a shower in this bathroom that there were these little things on the, like mold looking things on the floor. And I didn't think much of it. I was like, okay, I'm going to spray that, you know. And then you get busy and you don't remember it until the next time you get in the shower, and I look at it again. I'm like, oh, I'm going to spray that. So I sprayed and it went away. And then I noticed again, it was back. And I'm like, this is so bizarre, but it was like in the grout line. I'm like, wow, that is really dark for being there so soon. Now, mind you, I don't have my glasses on, so I don't have the, sharpest vision without my glasses these days. And I got real close. I'm like, I don't know what in the world that is. So then I got the shower head or the handle, and I pulled it off and I put like the harder spray on there, and I started spraying it, and it just started coming off, and I'm like, well, that is just really weird. So I pulled it down and I sprayed it down the drain, and fine. Then again the next day, and I'm like, okay, something is going on. So I got on my hands and knees and looked, and y'all, it was, oh my gosh, it was worms. It was worms. And I freaked out because I am deathly afraid of them. And so of course, here I am going straight to Google in my towel, and evidently they're called drain flies. and especially somebody with a septic tank, you can get these drain flies. And so that was the larva. And I know that is so gross. Trust me, I was mortified. There are no words. So I did all the things that it said to do. We had the plumber come out. We did everything, okay? They were gone for a while. And we had also noticed there was an odor in the bathroom. I'm like, I don't know what that is. I mean, it smelled like septic. We kept cleaning it out, and we had even the snake go through it, and we had, the plumber come out, and he's like, I don't know, everything's fine, like your septic's good, I mean, it's brand new, and we could not figure it out. Well, it wasn't until months later, because we were just baffled, that Chris is looking in there, and he's digging a little further, and he's like, something doesn't look right. And he starts pulling the caulk that the gentleman put on there, evidently to hide something. Yes, I'm telling you, he did it to hide something. We pulled it back, and it was just exposed, and it was open. And evidently the drain flies were actually coming from behind the tiles. The odor, when we would take a shower, the water would get behind the tiles and create the most pungent, disgusting smell ever. And the drain flies were coming from that, because the flies will come up and they will lay eggs and their larvae there or whatever. So I thought I died a little bit that day. I died completely. RIP, rip, done, mortified. Had to, gain my consciousness back, and he immediately went in there and chiseled it all out. He pulled everything out, and where there was grout, he chiseled it and he repaired it, and we've never had a problem since. This was months ago. But welcome to the mortifying stories of Lynn. Is that not the worst? Is that not the most disgusting? Let me tell you, since having a well and a septic tank, I have learned a lot. I have been humbled, and that's okay. But if you notice little odors, check your drains, y'all. Check your drains. I like to come in here and obviously clean the bathroom really good so it feels good and it's fresh and everything, but I like to take some extra time on Chris's things. I like to do this for the kids as well, but washing his skincare, cleaning up his toothbrush, just extra stuff. I find that when you do that for someone else, it softens your heart. And not that my heart needs to be any softer to my husband, because I'm literally obsessed with him. But when serving others, whether it's your spouse or your kids or a family or friends, there's something so wonderful and genuine and pure about it that it makes you really value your relationship with them. Something as simple as bringing a friend a coffee, or, like I'm doing here with just some extra time with Chris's stuff, or putting his clothes away, or folding the kids' laundry, because usually they do that, or I'll sometimes unload the dishwasher when they're supposed to. Little things like that. It's just a beautiful thing. It really is such an act of service, one that I think all of us can really value and appreciate, because when the tables are turned and those acts of service are towards us, it is a beautiful, amazing experience. And although we don't do these things, I don't do these things for anything in return, I just genuinely love serving others. My love language, it's gifts for sure, but it's not like elaborate gifts. It's just something to know that you thought of me, and something that you to show that you cared. And it could be as simple as putting my laundry away, or bringing me a coffee, or making my coffee in the morning, or making dinner. Something so small is huge for me. But when I say that my love language is are gifts, I also love to give gifts, and I find the things that I do, and I guess you would consider that acts of service. I mean, honestly, but it's a gift that I wholeheartedly am giving my family or people that I care about.
A million stars in my eyes. Forever your satellite. Your name illuminated in my mind. So you turn me on, come pick me up, and we're right on into the dark. We're right on into the dark.
Here's that waffle throw. Actually, it is a waffle blanket that I'm putting on the end of my bed. I love the ruffles. It's very light. There is some good texture and thickness to it, but I don't think you could use this alone, in my opinion, unless you're a super hot sleeper. I wouldn't recommend it, but it's perfect for the end of the bed because when I go to bed at night, it doesn't like weigh down my feet, you know what I mean? And it's beautiful. I love the texture of this. I love the ruffles. It is such a statement piece in my opinion, but it's not over the top. So it just made my heart so happy to have this, and it brought the room together. The actual comforter itself my mom gave me, so I don't know where that's from, and it's incredibly soft, but this here is just next level. I love it so much. I honestly wish I would have had one in every single color. So when you have a smaller space, adding mirrors is an incredible way to really make that space feel larger. So I'm going to have Chris hang these mirrors up for me real quick and put them right above the nightstands. We have limited height right here because of the panoramic window, but adding this adding this mirror and then these beautiful hobnail lamps, this is from my Texas house, really brought the room together. It gave it the final touches that it needed. Very well made, and the gold accents are really pretty. It's like an aged gold, which matched the frames really beautifully.
Your heart is signal for you're never far, you're never far.
The way the room turned out felt like, I'm going to say it, a big girl room. It felt cohesive, light, bright. I had multitude of textures in here, as well as some really beautiful statement pieces, but not over the top, which is definitely up my alley, being that I am really just putting some love and attention and care into each space in my home to really just make the environment just my own. This came out perfectly. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe if you are new. We got videos every single week, and just know how loved you are and incredible you are, and how much I am thankful for you. You make this world a better place, and I appreciate you. I'll see you soon. Bye, friends.